Hey, welcome to my channel, This Mama's House. Today I am sharing with you a massive pantry restock from Costco as well as a pantry tour. Hey guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tabitha from thismamashouse.com. On this channel, I share all sorts of food inspiration, homemaking, and motherhood content. I would love to have you subscribe if you are new. Today's video is a massive Costco pantry restock video. 3 weeks ago today, we went to Costco and got a huge haul. You might have seen that video. It was the last one I posted on this channel. And in that video, I got a bunch of stuff to restock our pantry, which is right behind us. I'm currently standing in the laundry room, and our laundry room connects to our massive pantry. If you haven't seen our empty house tour, you can go and check that video out, and it will show you what our pantry looked like when it was completely empty. And now today I'm going to bring you in there and show you what it looks like now with all of the food put away. But before I can take you in there, let me share with you what we got from Costco when it was all laid out on the counter. It was a huge haul, and I can't believe it all fits in this pantry. It's so good. This is my absolute dream pantry. I love it. I am so thankful and blessed to have it, and I'm loving filling it up with all of my food storage. We like to keep things long term, both just to have for our large family so that we're not running out to the store every week, but also for emergency food prep. I'm definitely one of those people that like to have things that have really long shelf lives and keep them for emergency situation, whether it's food shortages or natural disaster or whatever the case may be. I like to have things prepped in my pantry to keep for my family. I don't want to ever have a situation where we run out of food or we don't have food. I have a lot of mouths to feed here, and I also would love to be able to help others. If there ever came a time where somebody didn't have something and I had access, I would love to be able to give it to them. And we do that often. We donate food to the food pantry whenever we can. We did it when we first moved into this place. We donated 6 huge bags of canned goods to a local family that was in need, and stuff like that. It's just always good to have an abundance so that you never have to worry for yourself, to have that peace of mind, but also to be able to give and help others. Today's video is sponsored by Seed. I will tell you more about them in just a little bit. break from putting all of those groceries away to tell you about today's video sponsor, Seed. Seed is the first of its kind to take a microbe systems approach to their prebiotic and probiotic supplement. DS1 Daily Symbiotic Supplement has 24 strains which are all clinically and scientifically studied with strain-specific benefits that go beyond digestive health. Your whole body is going to benefit from Seed. I first heard about Seed through one of my very best friends who was raving about it. So when they reached out last year, I was really excited to give it a try. So I've been taking Seed for just about a year now, and I truly think it's the best and one of a kind. It's so cool because it has a ViCap technology that is 2 capsules in 1, which helps deliver the probiotics and prebiotics right where they need to be. They have so much scientific proof that you can even research and learn about all yourself on their Instagram. When you order, they send you a nice glass container that you keep, and your refills come in a compostable package that you simply pour into your original glass container. Just take 2 capsules a day on an empty stomach. No refrigeration is needed. Your gut and brain are connected, so the improvements in your overall health can really be profound. Your gut microbiome plays a huge role in the strength of your immune system, so take care of it with Seed. I've noticed a more balanced mood, better digestion, less bloating, and more focus and energy. Click the link in my description box and use my code THISMAMA to get 15% off Seed Daily Symbiotic. Thanks so much for sponsoring. Let's get back to putting all these groceries away. So here's a quick overview of what our pantry looks like. This is literally what it looks like on a daily basis. I did not come in here, straighten up, or do anything to change how we have things organized or situated. It's not Pinterest perfect, it's functional, and that is definitely what we are going for. But with that being said, if you see anything that you think would be way better or would make a vast improvement in here, definitely drop down and let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking to better organize and just better keep our stuff. So I'm definitely open to suggestions. I will just start on this side and move my way around. So this board here is something I made years ago. If you've been following me since I was pregnant with my first son, you will recognize it from his nursery. I made this board and we don't really fill it out as much anymore. I think we should, but I want to hang it here, and this is where all the previous owners were doing their little growth chart. So I just kind of thought, I don't know, I might paint over that and then put ours there, because this is probably our forever home. God willing, we'll see what happens. We don't know what the future holds, but we really love it here, and I just want to make this our home and our space. So that's what I'm gonna do there. I do put some of my cleaning supplies, my mop and Swiffer and stuff in here. But other than that, that's pretty much just all we use here. We do have a whole house vacuum system, so that is what usually hangs on this thing, but right now it's downstairs because the kids have been cleaning. Up here I have a bunch of nuts. My husband loves to snack on nuts, so I just have a bunch up here sitting. But my last pantry tour that I showed you guys from our last house, I had so many more nuts, but we put most of them in the freezer, and it's been a really good way to keep them from going bad. So that's where I store the majority of the nuts we have, is in the freezer. But I'm thinking about even taking some of these and using them for a nut butter and trying to make some homemade nut butter. These raw nuts I use in our granola recipe. But some of the other roasted nuts I was thinking of turning into nut butter. So I'm trying to find a good recipe and give that a shot. This top shelf, a lot of this is kind of like long-term storage. That's like an off-brand of Spam. So that's something that we have literally just stored for emergency purposes. We have some like canned fish. I don't even know what it's called. Smoked herring fillets. It smelled good when I opened it. I gave one can to the dog before. We have some chili beans in here, or no, this is no bean chili there. We've got salmon, tuna, canned chicken, more tuna, tons of tuna. This basket up here I keep just for storing things out of the kids' reach. So if I have like special ingredients or special things for them that I don't really want them to see or have access to, I will put it in that basket. And then this shelf here is just a bunch of like ready-made meals. We don't really eat a lot of this stuff. It's just kind of here. So I don't know. I was thinking about like relocating all these cans to a different spot, considering it's not something that we grab and use. It's more of a long-term storage situation. We've got ravioli, corned beef, beefaroni, SpaghettiOs. We bought a lot of this stuff on sale, and it's literally just to have for kind of emergencies. Once in a while my husband will grab a can of soup, or the kids will get some ravioli, but it's very rarely. So I don't know, I might relocate that and use this shelf for stuff that we actually use on a regular basis, but that's a lot of cans to move, so for now it's just there. This is kind of like my baking shelf. So I have, let's see here. I have some like cake making supplies way back there, but then I have syrup, honey, some coconut flakes. This is gluten flour. So you can make your own bread flour by adding a little bit of this Vital Wheat gluten to all-purpose flour. So that's why I have that. And I have some beef gelatin back there to make my own gummies. We have some coconut sugar, these zero sugar chocolate chips, this organic palm fruit shortening. I like to use this to make like copycat Chick-fil-A cookies. Ooh, so good. And then also to make like pie crusts. We have coconut oil back there, some baking powder. This is actually baking powder that has aluminum in it, and I know some people don't mind that, so I was thinking of maybe donating this and getting the kind that I actually like to use. I totally forgot about that, and I just grabbed it one day when we were out instead of like buying some with no aluminum. But anyways, if you didn't know that, there's a little tidbit for you. Some vanilla here from Costco, and then we have a couple cans of evaporated milk. This basket is all like zero sugar stuff. So we've got stevia in here and xylitol mostly. And then this basket is all gluten-free flours. So we have almond flour, coconut flour, and then cornmeal, and then we also have just like your standard all-purpose flour substitute, gluten-free style. This shelf is condiments and dinner type items that we'll need. We have salsa back there and hot sauce, Parmesan cheese. Well, we got a ketchup back there too. We have more salsa, some mayo, peanut butter, and then this is some jelly that I recently canned. In here we have some nori. We're gonna try to make sushi. We still haven't done that yet. And then some quinoa, and then we just have taco shells in here. There's a lot of storage that goes back in here. This is just empty back in that area, so I could store maybe some canned goods or something if I can anything. This shelf is lots of coffee back there, just different types of coffee. We've got some pancake mix and some granola, the kids mac and cheese, these epic chicken, this is just like a meat stick type thing, some pouches and some crackers. This is like baby food, which I definitely don't have any babies using this, so that will be donated as well to somebody that will use it. And then these 4 baskets here are where I store the kids' snacks. So 2 of them are empty, but this one has some dried fruit in it, and this is where we keep chips. And then usually I'll put like bars in here or something, but it's been 3 weeks since we went to Costco and the kids are already through all of those stacks, so I'm gonna wait another week. Right before my oldest daughter goes back to school, the rest of my kids homeschool and I do snack boxes. I'll leave a video linked if you want to see how I do snack boxes. But I'm going to wait until then, so another week before I restock their snacks, because if I restock them now, they'll be gone again really quick. Under here we have a bunch of that albacore tuna that we got from Costco, and then in these brown bags are even more of that type of thing. So last year when I said that we donated some food, it was 6 bags just like this. Some of these cans are expired, so our local food pantry will not accept them, but we do have like a local community Facebook group where that's how I donated the last of it. Somebody that was just in need, didn't care about the expiration dates, came and picked it up, so I might do the same thing again. Alright, moving on to this wall over here. You can see we have a bunch of 5-gallon buckets. These are food grade buckets with Gamma Seal lids, and these help to keep food good for long-term storage, but we also just have stuff that we have in big bulk in these containers. So up here I have white sugar. We use sugar in a lot of baking that I do, and one of the things that I realized over the years of learning how to store things long term is definitely store things that we use. You'll see here in a few minutes I'll tell you about something that we bought a lot of and probably shouldn't have, but yeah. So anyways, white sugar is something we do use often, so I always just have a lot of that. It's not for long-term storage, it's just to have to use. Then we have even more nuts in there. This is seeds, so chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds. They're in separate bags from the store, and I just put them in the bucket to store. This is wheat berries, so we bought 2 50-pound bags of wheat berries. Wheat berries can live on your shelf for 50 years. So I got 1 to use and grind into flour whenever I feel like, and then I also got 1 to just store and have on hand for emergency situations. So right over here, this is a Nutrimil, which I bought like before we moved, so over a year ago, and I still haven't even opened it from the package that was sent to my house. So hopefully it's in good condition because I'm probably past the return window. But anyways, that's what I got those 2 things for. I got the wheat berries and the wheat grinder, the wheat mill, and I still haven't used it, but I wanted to have it for emergencies, and it was probably definitely a impulse purchase when I was feeling like, oh man, we need to be prepared. Anyways, 2 5-gallon buckets. This is just pasta in those 2, and then here is some oats. So moving down to the next shelf, we have a bunch of tomato sauce, tomato products. This right here is a food sealer, a vacuum sealer, and like I said, my Nutri-Mill, and then this is just a mini fridge. Right now it's pretty bare. It just has some sparkling water and some coconut water in there. I have another 5-gallon bucket down here of more wheat berries, a couple jugs of water. We don't really store water because we have a Berkey water filter, so that's just some random jugs that we happen to have. Then I have a lot of like kitchen appliances in here as well, so just a regular coffee pot when we don't feel like using our Ninja, or if something happens to the Ninja, we have a backup. And then this is like a crock pot, but it also has like a bunch of different functions. It's a Cosori Cooker. I don't know what they really call it, but I can link it down below because it's on Amazon. And then this is like a bunch of flour. So we have flour here, and then in this box is einkorn bags, and then in here we have bags stored as well. This is the einkorn flour that I was talking about. That's in the other bag. So it's all-purpose einkorn, and it's really good. It's more of like an ancient wheat, and it's just easier for your body to digest. And I always try to buy flour that is unbleached and not enriched. So that's my flour situation. And then we have my water bath canner here, a cast iron pot there. And then moving to this one, this is a bunch of different pasta. This was on sale for like 50 cents a box, so I bought a ton of boxes, and you can see they're all the way back there. We've got ramen noodles, spaghetti, different pastas. Oh, a random pouch. One of the kids must have put that there. Somebody will find a little surprise. And then in here we have white rice, and then I have another bag of white rice right here. This is macaroni pasta. The one up there, the pasta up there is like these huge manicotti noodles, which nobody really likes. Like the kids really don't like them. Then I have elbow macaroni down there. I have 2 Instapots. One's like an off-brand Instapot. I think it's actually a Cosori. Is it? No, Carl Schmidt. That was on Amazon as well. But then that's like a legit Instapot. I bought that one to have a yogurt function on it, which it actually doesn't even, I wasn't paying attention when I bought it, and it doesn't even have the function, so that was a bummer. But sometimes I actually need 2 at a time depending on what I'm making. When I'm making whole chicken, our family needs 2 whole chickens for a meal, so it's perfect if I'm making them in the Instapot. Boom, I can make 2 chickens at once. Alright, moving over to here. This is one of the situations where we bought too much and we didn't need it. Starting over here, I have some baked beans and then dried beans. And this is just a huge bag of Redmond real salt. So that is also kind of a long-term storage thing, because if I have salt and I have wheat and I have water, I can make bread and then we won't go hungry. So that is just a long-term storage thing. I think I might put it into Mylar bags and put it into a 5-gallon bucket just to keep it nice, but it's salt, so I don't know, it doesn't really go bad, does it? This is what I bought too much of. These huge things of refried beans, which I love refried beans, and I thought it's such a good deal. It was like $1 a can, and it's got so much protein, and I thought, oh, this is such a good deal. Well, nobody else in my family likes refried beans, so that was a mistake. We donated a couple cans of it, and then what I decided to do was freeze dry it. So when I open a can, I spread it out on my freeze dryer trays. I have a freeze dryer right there. And then I freeze dry it so it removes all of the water and it makes it shelf stable for 25 to 50 years. And when I want refried beans just for myself when we're having taco night, I can literally just add water and have it for myself. So that's what I'm doing with that. Our family doesn't really pay attention to expiration dates per se. Like maybe you think that's gross or weird or whatever, but it's just what we do. If you didn't think we were weird, like after this video, you probably do, because we're like food preppers and eat expired food, but whatever, it is what it is. And just being honest, not trying to be perfect or act like we are. All right, next shelf, this is lettuce. So we did a little experiment with our freeze dryer. We wanted to see if we could rehydrate lettuce for a salad. Well, it didn't really work good, but we decided to keep the stuff anyway. So I think we have lettuce, spinach. This one is raw milk. So this is for long-term storage because it's in this Mylar bag and no light can shine in. This will last forever, for like 25, 50 years. Like I said, stuff in the freeze dryer is amazing. So, whoops. There's another raw milk. I don't know what all this is. Spinach, raw milk. It's mostly raw milk, spinach, and lettuce. So that's just kind of there to store long term. And then I have a couple things of chicken broth right here, and then a bunch of pepper, a bunch of different types of salt, regular salt, kosher salt, and then just a bunch of different spices. The ones that we use the most: onion, paprika, garlic, oregano, all that kind of fun, good stuff. Then down here, our next shelf, I have more raw milk. So all of this is raw milk from the freeze dryer. So I didn't put these in Mylar bags because I plan to use this. If we run out of milk one day and we need some, I can just add water to this and boom, regular fresh milk ready to go. This one here is actually chicken broth. So sometimes I will add this to soups or just rehydrate it, and then I have chicken broth to make whatever I want. And then I love to store these bouillon chicken base rather than all of these cartons because you get so much more with this, and so it's just a better way to store things. And then I have some athletic greens and some like different drinks and teas and packets and things like that, kind of just some good drinks right there. And then this shelf is more beans. Once again, I kind of went crazy on the beans, but nobody but me likes them. We'll eat beans in chili or soup once in a while, but not really. Pinto beans, these will last us a long time. Lentils, kidney beans, garbanzo beans. Garbanzo beans are actually really good like as a salad topper if you put them in the air fryer, so the kids do like that. So I went through quite a bit because I had 2 of them stacked here. Pumpkin puree. We love making different things with that. Muffins, cakes, coffee cakes, pumpkin pie, all that fun stuff. Then we have potatoes here. I have the little potatoes. The lighting's not great in here, guys. Sorry about that. And then regular potatoes. And then this is kind of like literally a science experiment. This was from our old house that we grew in last year's garden. So if you are looking, it's still perfectly good. If you're looking for something to store long term that's fresh food, grow butternut squash. Like, that is just amazing. Last year we had one that we ate after a year to see if it was good, and it totally was. So in this dark side of the pantry, that's perfect. Then we also have red onions and white, yellow onions in here. This shelf is kind of unorganized and a little bit disheveled, but we've got some avocado oil, we've got apple cider vinegar, balsamic vinegar, some of this avocado oil spray, lemon juice, and then this is just a bunch of freeze-dried stuff. So this is like a medley, fruit medley. We have freeze-dried celery, freeze-dried peppers. This is actually freeze-dried sourdough. So I make a sourdough starter, and I freeze dried a bunch of it just in case my starter ever went bad or something happened to it. I could easily rehydrate this and start over without actually like starting from scratch. Couple pineapples in here, bananas, cantaloupe, and this is honeydew. I have a couple jars left of my canned spiced peaches. Those are so good. We've got some applesauce back here. Canned pears, olives. Like I said, it's just kind of on the shelf, but like I told you, it is just what it is. I didn't come in here and like pre-organize. This basket I'm not really sure what to do with. I thought I would store bread here, but we actually just leave that in the kitchen. So I don't know. For now I have my jar labels on there. Then this shelf is some more canned goods. We've got more olives, peas, green beans, mixed vegetables, beets, corn, potatoes. These are actually dried peas in here from Azure. These are just like some potato packets. We actually went through quite a bit of those. I kind of want to get rid of those and then make homemade mashed potatoes and put them in the freeze dryer. This is just some like hash brown potatoes there. down here we have a bunch of olive oil. In that back box right there I have canning supplies. That's my pressure canner, more like pickling vinegar for canning, my bread machine, and then this is an ice cream maker. I have reusable bags here, plastic bags, and all of my aprons. So that's it, guys. Was it as exciting as you thought it was gonna be? Yeah, this is my pantry. This is where we store a ton of our food. We do have like a little mini open shelving area where we store more food in the kitchen. And I was thinking about doing a fun video like redoing that area because right now it's so unorganized and I need to get like new cute jars and make it like all aesthetic because it's open shelving. But I don't know, I just haven't felt the need to do it yet. But maybe when I do, I'll take you guys along with so you can see that too. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. Like I said, it's just the way we live with it on a day-to-day basis. It's not perfect, it's not Pinterest worthy, but it's a beautiful pantry that works perfect for us. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out Seed Daily Symbiotic DS1 and get 15% off when you use my code ThisMama and click the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!